We're back again with another episode of interviewing superstars in the local area in the Antelope Valley here. We want to pick their brains and see where they came from, how they got to where they are, and really get to know them as well. And so we can also learn from what they've done in the past and what they're doing now. So today I have a superstar, another rock star here. He's a restaurant owner of a restaurant called Fresco's 2. He also invests in stocks. He also owns property. He's a father, he's an entrepreneur opening new businesses, and he's a multi-millionaire. So we're here with Lenny Graffeo today, and we're going to interview him and see what his journey was like. Before we get into the deep stuff, just want to ask you, what's your favorite dish?
The favorite dish? I like Mama G spaghetti and meatballs after my mom.
Mm-hmm.
The seafood pasta,
Oh, okay.
top notch if you love seafood. Incredible stuff.
Oh, okay, so you have a couple of your favorites.
I got my whole menu is world class, like 80 plus items on the menu.
What were you doing before the restaurant business?
I worked for Northrop. I've been in Northrop for 31 years. I came out here in May of '87 for the first B2 bomber in Pico Rivera.
Got it.
From New York,
Wow.
around New York, to Pico Rivera. Now I gotta tell you this, how it all went down. I had $500 in my pocket, a TV, a portable radio, and a sleeping bag, and a primer caddy. That's all I had to my name at 28 years old.
Wow, and you were just like, I'm going to make the move.
I made the move. First 3 days I lived on amino acids, some tap water from a big gulp cup.
There we go.
And then basically they hired me for the B2. They shipped me up on per diem for $2,000 a month plus 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I started saving my money.
There you go. I love that.
Yeah, you could say that I got ripped off by a girl and lost everything. I came out here at 1 month before I turned 28.
Wow. Wow. You got ripped off. All you had was a sleeping bag,
Portable
a radio,
and a TV.
and $500.
There's a lot of funny story. I can tell you that the tractor trailer, the guy that moved me to California, he came with a double trailer. And he says, here to move you to California. And I go, well, you lucked out on this deal. Here he goes, a TV, a portable radio, and a sleeping bag, and this car.
It sounds like that was quite a journey from getting from New York to California to Palmdale. What encouraged you, because you were at the restaurant, you were at Northrop for a while.
Oh, yeah.
And then what encouraged you to open a restaurant?
My wife had a partner, and she wanted me to invest in the restaurant business.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't work out with her partner. So we put it together, and then I actually stepped in, went in the kitchen, created a bunch of new stuff, put new, full alcohol license, promoted entertainment, and now that's how Fresco 2 really came along with the live entertainment.
Got it.
The new menu.
Got it.
Full alcohol, entertainment,
Got it.
nightclub,
Got
and that was 2000. It was when we started.
In year 2000.
Yeah, that was Ellen 20th. That was the first storefront we did.
That was the first one.
Small spot,
Yeah.
but it was packed.
I remember eating them a couple times, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So what is the most difficult part about starting a new business? And in your case, I believe it was the first one was the restaurant.
Well, the hardest thing about the state of California is the taxes.
Okay.
Minimum wage is up.
Yeah.
Taxes, state board of equalization, insurances are high. It's a lot of stress, man. And you got to make sure that the product is up. And Fresco is known for what? Fresh. Everything's cooked to order.
Right.
When you order it, we make it.
Right.
So it's not like a corporate restaurant, franchise restaurant. You order it, we make it. So a lot of people can't understand why it takes some time.
Take some time.
Well, we're like, when you get that ticket, we're starting. So order a salad, get a little appetizer, get yourself a cocktail, because it might take a little while. It'll take about a half an hour, but it's worth it.
It's worth it. Yeah, definitely. I just ate there the other day for my father-in-law's birthday, and it was delicious.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
A bunch of us, yeah.
And everything's boiling hot. My crew knows.
Yeah.
You got to blow on that fork at least 3 times before you put it in your mouth.
What goes into choosing the location?
Okay, so I was trying to build a restaurant from the ground up. I was going to purchase the land from the city of Lancaster, right across from the Jet Hawk Stadium on the Cinemark 22. Well, that didn't work out. So I sold a house to buy the property.
Wow.
And
was that a house you were living in?
It was one of my rental houses.
Oh, one of your rentals, okay.
Next to Daniel, pretty close to Daniel's
There you
house.
go, okay.
And I went to go, sold the house, had the money cash to buy the land, and it was just it didn't work out. Let's go quick on that one. It didn't work out.
It didn't work out.
But that's where I picked to do it. So that didn't work out, and then my wife was in the mall, and she seen the On the Border building that was empty and it was for sale. So I jumped on that. She went to the Bahamas. I worked on that through the SBA, put the bid in for it, and I got awarded the building.
Nice, nice.
So
that's awesome.
And that was, you know, come on, you look around that. That's all corporate franchise restaurants, and we're like the only family-owned restaurant in that mall. Now Madrano's is there, but I've been there for almost 9 years now.
Yeah.
I was the only first family-owned restaurant in the Antelope Valley Mall.
So what was it like moving from Lancaster to Palmdale, and what encouraged that?
The deal, I wanted my own building.
Okay.
I didn't want to have a landlord.
There we go.
So I wanted my own building
and
for the family. And that's why I tried to build a restaurant from the ground up, and that just didn't work out.
So you own the building that you have.
Well, I still have a
Mortgage on it. Yeah. But you're the owner of it. You have a mortgage, and that's leverage, and that's smart. It sounds like you own some rental properties.
I have two homes. I have a home in Quartz Hill. I had one in Lancaster, but I sold it to buy the land. But that didn't work out. Then I have a house in Quartz Hill that I've been there since 2002.
Okay.
And I have a home in Oxnard.
There you go.
To about a mile from the beach for the other location that we're putting together right now.
Nice.
So we had a restaurant in Oxnard. We put the restaurant together in Palmdale in 2010. 2012, 24 months after we opened Palmdale, I found the spot that they never opened. And it was supposed to be called Fahrenheit 130 Steak and Seafood. And it was loaded with equipment and all the licenses, but the guy never opened it. He went bankrupt. So 24 months after that, we opened up Oxnard.
Oh wow!
And we called it Fresco 2 Mediterranean Cuisine on the marina.
On the marina.
Yeah. And we were there for 5 years.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you're well versed. You've been in it for a while, and I know there's a lot of challenges along the way.
Oh, absolutely.
Let me ask you this first: what challenge or challenges did you face opening up in Palmdale, and how did you overcome that?
Oh, the challenges were, first of all, getting the SBA loan. If you ever tried to get an SBA loan, it's like this thick with paperwork.
Right.
So the challenges were to have enough money, equipment, to put this thing together. And I had 5 storage units full of restaurant equipment that I was storing for this deal. So I had the equipment. That saved a lot of money.
Awesome.
And then I transferred my alcohol license from Lancaster to Palmdale. That saved a lot of money, because I don't know if you know about it, how much a full alcohol license is. It goes for $80,000 now.
Right.
So that's another challenge.
Right.
And then you have to get the corporation going, you got to transfer all that. And you have a lot of jealous people that try to take you out.
Oh yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. I always say my haters are my motivators.
You know, sometimes it's better not to talk, because if you talk, people try to step on you.
Exactly. In the restaurant business, I know there's a ton of competition. That's kind of what we're talking about.
Exactly.
How do you stay relevant to keep your customers returning?
Okay, this is the deal. Because we're in corporate restaurant road, I promoted all-you-can-eat soup and salad for $12. I started with $10.
Okay.
So you have gourmet soups and salad at lunchtime. But it was 10, now it's 12 because of inflation and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So that would do like the Olive Garden.
Right.
For all these corporate restaurants, they do 2 for $20.
Right.
Another thing that I did, made a great happy hour. To put $5 items on the menu, happy hour from 2 to 8, 7 days a week.
Nice.
Another thing I did was 2 for $30, Sunday, Monday, 7 pastas on the menu, top-notch pastas, soup or salad for $30, and we call it date night.
Nice.
So Sunday and Monday from 3 to close, date night.
So I see how you stay relevant with competing with other restaurants as far as having the right deals and everything like that to deal with the corporations that are, give those deals away. And I was there recently, like I said, and I did notice that my waiter was amazing, was friendly, was smiling, and he came to our table frequently.
Right.
And you don't see that a lot out here. People forget about you. So is that another thing you implement to keep people returning?
All my people are treated like family. Every time I walk into my restaurant, people hug me and kiss me, because I'm a great boss I am.
Well, next time I see you.
You better hug me. And we try to treat everybody like family. Family's number one. And that's a lot of difference than the corporate restaurants. They don't treat them like that.
Yeah.
So that's why everybody is loyal to the Graffeo family.
Right.
And my theme is unique. That's why that theme is inputted in every location.
Got it.
Right.
I love that. And I'm glad you brought that up because my next question is, with everything you have going on, you're running multiple restaurants, you're working full-time at Northrop, you're maintaining a good family life. How do you manage everything?
Life is a triple B. You got to balance everything. You got to make sure the wife is happy. Sometimes you work too much, so it's like this, and then you got to balance it back and forth. Wife is the number one thing. Wife and kids are the number one thing.
Number one.
One thing that really saved me in the restaurant business is my family, all the support.
Yes.
All my kids are involved. The Graffeo family is involved, full up. Every one of my 4 children are involved, and my wife and me.
Nice.
And they give me time. They have time, so we go on vacations and stuff like that. It's really cool how they do it.
That's awesome.
Everybody's on top of it. But I'm married 29 years too.
That's amazing.
Yeah. We didn't know each other for nothing. We didn't know. We had 3 dates and she had a ring on her finger. We're married 29 years.
It sounds like when you're ready for something, you commit and you go full force.
Exactly.
I love that. What is the single most important thing you credit to your success? It sounds like family was a big thing. Is there anything else that you credit your success to?
I would say portions, value for the dollar, the quality, everything's cooked to order, fresco, fresh, European name, fresh, okay? And the way we treat people and all the charity I've done.
Awesome.
I always have my hands in the community for charity events.
Yes, that's
so
important.
what happens when you do charity events for the kids in the Antelope Valley?
Well,
when they go out to eat, where they go?
Exactly.
Hey man, that guy helped out my kids.
Right.
He supported my football team.
Yes.
He did Relay for Life, Courtsville High School. I don't even know how many years I've done that.
Right.
And when I ask for a favor, they're there, like that.
That's awesome.
Because I got my hands, I got a big heart. My
Exactly.
heart is bigger than my chest.
Yeah, that's a big chest too.
Yeah. It used to be bigger. Yeah.
I love that. So you're giving and it comes back to you.
If you
and
give, success is not cheap. You got to pay for success. You got to give to get.
Right.
That's what I'm all about.
Lenny, what's the best part of owning a restaurant?
Well, I'll tell you one thing, there's a lot of stress. My stomach wall's a little thinner than I used to be.
Yeah, I bet.
I like making people happy. I really do. Like my other job is kind of miserable in a way. You know, everything is always behind schedule, and we have to do this. This is wrong. This is broken. You know, I give a lot of credit to Northrop to help me get to where I'm at right now.
Gotcha.
Because if it wasn't for the credibility of holding a job for all the years, and how many years I've been in aerospace, I don't know if I could be at this level right now. You know, but the hardest thing for me, the challenges are taxes in the state of California, State Board of Equalization, workman's comp, the product, how expensive everything's getting.
Right.
And what Fresco's all known about is the size of the plate. So I keep the same thing. There's a lot of to-go food going after they have a full meal.
Right.
How about this? Homemade fresh bread at the facility, every facility. So when you come in, you get a loaf of fresh bread baked on the facility every time you walk in.
Nice.
So it's not store-bought. It's baked fresh. And I started that, and I didn't know nothing about bread.
You overcame the challenges of, you know, having to pay a ton of taxes and the equalization board and all these other challenges by just bringing quality and persistence in your restaurant.
You're as good as your people. If you treat your people right, you'll be successful.
I love it.
If you lowball them, if you lowball them and take money from them, and they ask you for to back you up, you're not going to get backed up. But if you treat them like family, every location I have, they will travel to help me open stores up. Because of the family love.
And they're committed to you.
They are.
They trust you.
They know I'm going to do the
so
right thing.
How you treat your employees, or even, as you said, it's like family. You treat them like family, and they treat you like family, right?
I always said you're as good as your people. When I talk to Northrop managers, people don't realize you're all as good as your people. Managers are just going, okay, it's sold, but who's doing the work? The people are doing the work. The people are representing me, because I can't be there 24/7. I'm with my mom a lot. She's got a little illness going on, so
you put the right people who are willing to do it, and you compensate them and treat them a certain way to pay back.
They back me up, and they're on the job. I couldn't do it without my management team in Palmville. I love them like they're my kids. And they're beautiful people. Everyone on my team are great.
And I agree with you 100%. My family and my team. That's what gets me going. That's what keeps me in business.
Right.
And you know what? I always tell people, you know what? Once you get a rock star, once you get one of those people that's really about it and is going to treat you like family and take care of you and got your back, pay them.
Yeah.
Give them what they deserve.
You know what they say too? A lot of people come into the place, they say, man, the portions are huge. And I said, to make you happy? I'm here to make you happy. And how about, he goes, man, this drink was strong. Well, if I'm going to go to a bar, I want a stiff drink. So you get a good meal for a good value. Aren't you going to have a couple cocktails?
There you go.
So because you said you got a great deal, right?
Right.
And how about if you got silverware and nice linen instead of a paper napkin?
Right.
That means a lot to me too.
Right.
Right? It's all about presentation.
You know, I run a team here too, and for me, it's the same thing. Quality. You gotta have high quality presentation. I perfected my presentation.
Exactly.
And then having the right people to back you up, because you know what? For so long, I had the wrong people, and I thought it was me. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? How come I can't get to the next level? How come I can't move up? Beating my head against a wall, and I'm not putting a dent in it.
Right.
And then I cut loose, dead weight, and boom, skyrocket. And I'm like, is that what it was?
And I'd rather have a smaller crew that are tight and very talented. I like having people that are multiple talented.
Yes.
So instead of having the same guy just do one job, I have all my crew do multiple jobs. I have multiple managers that open and close for me. So that's how I can be at work at 5 in the morning.
Exactly.
And my wife could do another location, and my kids could work on some other
You
stuff.
don't even have to be there, and it's just like clockwork. Everything's happening.
Everything's happening, but I've been in it for 19 years now.
Right,
It wasn't like that.
Learned a lot on the way.
I used to open and close all the time.
Wow.
I never slept.
Wow.
And then my kids, my daughter Amalia was cooking at 10 years old.
Wow.
She's 22 now.
Wow.
And her nickname is Chef God. So it could be Lenny Graffeo, aka Chef God. And she's a world-class chef.
Yeah.
And I taught her at 10 years old.
Nice.
Now she's pushing me out of the way. I used to push her out of the way.
Yeah.
Now she does everything.
Get out the way, Dad. I gotta make
She'll
it.
fly. I don't
You're
need
not
to
doing it right, Dad.
Go and fly, hang out.
That's the right way to do it. Awesome. I love that. So, with all your increased success and you grew gradually. Now you're growing suddenly. Things are just happening now. It seems like, right? So, what's your next move?
Well, right now we're in works for a giant restaurant in Channel Islands Harbor. They used to be called the Whale's Tail. So we're getting really close and signing the deal.
Nice.
And it's right on the harbor. It's got boat slips, 2-story restaurant, 11,000 square feet.
Wow.
It's a historical building.
Wow.
It was called the Whale's Tail. It's been there for like 30 years.
Heard of it, yeah.
So redesigning the whole building, the new look, 2 bars, 2 kitchens. The downstairs banquet room holds 250.
Wow.
It's a giant parking lot too. It's right across from the Hollywood Beach, Silver Strand Beach. It's
Nice.
right next to a maritime museum and 2 yacht clubs.
Wow.
So that's a major thing.
That is.
But that's after being best Mediterranean restaurant in Ventura County.
Right.
From the spot that I did in 2012.
Right.
So I was there for 5 years, and then we closed that one down. Now everything that was in that building is in front of the new location
There we go.
in Oxnard.
And that one's going to just be
That's gonna be-
exponentially huge.
It's going to be it's like a major thing for Ventura County. I get a lot of opportunities. I passed up a lot of opportunities.
Right.
But they always come to me
Right.
because they come to the best. And I'm not being bragging or anything.
Hey, I hear you. I'm
But
the
if
same.
I hadn't known that restaurant and I came into Fresco to eat, I'd come back.
Exactly.
Because of the quality, the drinks, how hot it is, everything's got to be a certain way. And who created that?
Exactly.
Between me and my wife too, drove me crazy too.
Yeah.
There's got to be this, there's got to be that. Always looking at product to make sure they're doing the right thing.
Always improving the product, right?
Have to.
You want to be the best.
I try. I sure am trying hard.
And you know what? It's nothing wrong with saying you're the best when you believe absolutely you're the best. I believe I'm the best. Who do I want helping these people out there, because I'm a realtor, buying and selling their home? They need my help, because if they don't get my help, they're going to get someone that's not the best.
Right.
And I don't say I'm a humble person,
Right.
but I know the product. I know how I deliver it. It sounds like you feel the same way about your
I
product.
was raised by food. I was raised by hardcore Sicilians in New York, and everything was the food. So when they said to me, how'd you learn how to cook like that? I said, I was raised by food. I'm Italian. So my mother, that's one of the dishes, Mama G.
Right.
The meatballs.
Right.
I called her up one day, Mom, give me the recipe for the meatballs. Next thing you know, everybody, the Mama G.
Yeah.
And that's how
I love it.
It's all family-owned restaurant. Then my wife's family all the Greek stuff. That's why we call it Mediterranean, because her family is Greek, from the islands. First generation Greek.
Nice.
So that's why I married a Greek, a Sicilian married a Greek. Why in an Italian restaurant? It's Mediterranean, best of Europe.
Right.
Everything in Europe, the islands.
Right.
Italian, it's funny, and that's why it's called Mediterranean. But it's Mediterranean with heat. You can always do something custom.
Right.
Add jalapeno, spice it up,
Nice.
add fire,
Yeah.
stuff like that. It's a custom restaurant. You can say, hey, I don't want that, but could you add broccoli to that instead of the tomatoes?
Right, right.
No problem.
Yeah, I like that.
And that's what it is. It's known as a custom fine dining restaurant.
I love it.
You want it, we'll do it.
Exactly.
If I have the product, we'll do it.
Right. If you could start all over again, you know, headed to Palmdale from New York,
Yeah, right.
with the sleeping bag, what would you do differently, starting all over again?
If I had to do it all over again,
Yes.
I wish I would have came out here a little earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and I wish I would have got into the restaurant business a little sooner.
Sooner.
I started when I was 40 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and now I'm going to be 59.
Okay.
So, and thank God for my kids.
Well, you shouldn't have said that. No one would have known.
Yeah, right. Until you see the camera, you go, wow, man, you're getting great. But, you know, it's just, I wish I was a little younger now.
Yeah.
But I have a lot, you know, I feel really healthy. I'm a good healthy
Yeah.
man. So
Exactly.
everything's good. Took a lot of chances.
Yes.
The only way you get successful is you know something, take a chance.
Take a chance.
When I signed that deal for Palmdale, my son was he about 11 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And when I seen the price that loan was, I was shaking. Actually,
Yeah.
I actually was shaking.
Yep.
And my son looked at me, a little kid, he goes, taps me on the arm and he goes, sign it, what are you waiting for? I
Love
always
it.
wanted this deal.
Love it.
And I was shaking.
Yep.
So I went like this. So you have to take chances.
Yes.
And I believe in what I do.
Yeah.
And my family does too.
Yeah. And I agree. Take a risk, but burn the ships, right?
Yeah.
You sail to whatever your goal is. You sail there. You're on the beachfront, like in war, you know.
Yeah.
And they send the ships back. Burn them down, because there's no going back.
Yeah.
You know, if it's a risk, it's a risk. But give it your all. And that's what I do.
My best advice for anybody that wants to open up a restaurant, first of all, don't depend on everybody doing your product.
Right.
You have to know your product to make sure the product is right. And
Right.
always observe everything. Making sure, I trust my people, but I watch them too. To make sure that everything is the way I want it plated, and the product, how it comes out.
Gotcha.
And the taste, it has to taste. The taste has to be like I'm in the kitchen,
Right.
my family's in the kitchen.
Exactly.
And that's a lot of things, that's a lot of problems.
Yeah.
People open up too many restaurants,
Right.
and they're too spread thin,
Yeah.
and then what do you got?
Yeah. You get poor quality,
Quality
poor
is low.
service.
Yeah,
Because you're in there a lot, and it sounds like you're having them do your quality or better. If it was you or better in that kitchen.
right, and
I
that's
love
the
that,
deal,
yeah.
and that's the deal, and they know what I want,
Yeah.
and they follow, especially when I'm around. I don't know what happens when I'm not around, but it's been really good lately, very, very strong, and we do a lot of advertising too.
Uh-huh.
That's a major thing.
Major thing, yes. Yes, marketing.
And don't forget about the Jazz Sunday brunches I do with all the entertainment from LA.
Right, yeah.
With these 6 egg white omelets and all the egg whites, all the omelets with six plus eggs in them.
Right,
With all the beautiful side dishes, unlimited mimosas for
yes.
$15.
Yes.
So you can party. You have people dancing all over that place on
Yeah,
Sunday.
I know. What advice would you have to a new up-and-coming entrepreneur, whether they're opening a business or opening a restaurant, whatever it is, what advice would you give them or even the younger you?
Make sure you have backup money. Backup money is what saved me.
Mm-hmm.
Because of working for Northrop and saving
I like
401k
that.
money. So when I needed backup money, I would borrow against the money I had
Got
to
it.
keep it, because it costs a lot of money and a lot of equipment break. Things are always breaking, especially when you own a building. So make sure you have backup money.
Got it.
If you think you got enough, make sure you got other money to
Right.
back you up.
Right,
Yeah.
I agree.
But the quality is number one.
Quality is number one.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it, make sure you know what you're doing.
Right. Got it. Love it. So that was it, and I appreciate you being here. Is there anything else that you want to say to our audience before we tie
Yeah,
up?
I want to thank the Antelope Valley for all the support for almost 20 years. And I'm always there for you guys. You guys ever need any charity or anything like that, always call Lenny or my wife Leah.
Love
And the
it.
Graffeo family's always there for you guys.
We love it. Thank you so much for
You're
being
welcome.
here.
You're welcome.
Again, Lenny, restaurant owner, Fresco's father. He has a big portfolio. We really focused on his restaurants, and I think that's what he kind of specializes in. So we love having him here today. Please continue to like, subscribe, and share our videos. Help motivate the rest of the community and understand what it's like to be successful and be relentless and persistent at reaching your goals. Thanks. Have a great day.